System 1 loaded. Booting up system. Loading.
GABRIEL, VALENTIN.
Loading.
Dan, BROZO. This is the Digital Lizards of Doom show live at Meltdown. 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 Meltdown.
Welcome to the D-Lodge show, guys. I really actually want your feedback because I'm going to be submitting that to Playgirl later this calendar season, and I want to know what you guys think about it. Gabe was real into it, but I have a special place in his heart, I know. So please comment. Please, honestly, comment in the comment section below. I really would like your feedback on how I looked and how I worked the camera and stuff.
He really would.
How I worked the camera.
Dan, him, singular, him, really would appreciate your feedback on that.
We would. This is dead serious right now.
Daniel
Dead
BROZO.
serious.
Is it Dan, on your birth certificate, is it Dan BROZO or Daniel
dude, my
BROZO?
parents were like, oh, he's going to be a cool kid. He doesn't need the yule at the end. No,
Yule.
of course it's Daniel, bro. Zo? No, it's
know.
cool. It's cool. But anyways, yeah, I'm absolutely dead serious about that Playgirl thing. But we had some stuff we wanted to talk about before we get into the comic books.
I hear we have some...
Oh, well, first off, we have a new segment we're going to unveil today. But let's not get people juicing up at the froth mouths yet. Let's just talk about what we're going to talk about, which is you saw what I've been calling the BVS trailer.
Oh, yeah, dude. Batman
the
versus
BMVSM
Superman.
trailer.
It's actually, dude, I really don't like calling it that. I prefer calling it the Dawn of Justice trailer.
Okay. Sure.
That's its official name.
Yeah.
And I
can see you being the kind of guy that says that.
I'm not buying the whole Batman versus Superman thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, what do you mean by that?
It's not. I mean, that's so stupid. It's not gonna.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if it's stupid. We'll see if
if you're a Batman or Superman fan, there is no real Batman versus Superman story. I mean, there is, but
yeah,
it's because
the one with Green Arrow in it and stuff.
They're always gonna end up being buds at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be like Dan versus Gabe or something.
Well,
like
that's
that.
that's the real Civil War in the U.S. The South and the North are gonna butt heads for a bit, but they're gonna be homies in the end.
I guess so. Yeah.
Right.
I never really looked at it that way.
Well, that's the thing. That's why they're fighting, right? It's about
Dawn of Justice.
It's about indentured
BVS,
servitude.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So the one thing, this guy, the one thing that I pulled from that is I was like, the only time you hear Batman is when he's wearing the robotic voice suit, and I was like, dude, I am so into that.
You hear him cry like a little wimp though, and
a little wimpy baby
when Batman crushes his arm. No, you don't.
When Superman crushes his arm.
Sorry,
we're talking about Batman.
I'm sick. Remember?
Yeah, we're both sick.
We're both
Let's get that out of
today.
the way. That's why we're awful on camera today. Yeah, the robot voice, and I was like, yes, I know this isn't going to be his voice the whole time in the movie, but I'm so down for robotic Batman.
Do you bleed?
Do you bleed? You will when I'm done with you. I don't even remember what he says.
Do you bleed, boy?
Yeah, do you bleed, boy? He gets all Deliverance on it, dude. I'm gonna make you squeal like a kryptonic piggy.
Go back to the farm, boy.
Go back to your planet, boy. You ain't welcome here.
You fluffy-headed freak. Anyways.
Yeah, sorry, guys. But anyways, I was like, oh, dude, this is so much better than Christian Bale's Batman voice.
Dude, that Dayquil's quick kicking in right now, actually.
Sudafed, dude.
Right when we turn on the camera.
You're just like, dude, I'm seeing things. Dude, all right, but let's stay on topic here. I know we're both tripping balls on various medications.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some of the LSD we took on the way up.
I didn't take any of that.
Yeah, you did.
I was driving.
He took some. He doesn't know he did yet. But anyways, let's dial it down.
No,
we're talking
did not
about Batman vs Superman and the voice.
Yeah.
Anything's better than Christian Bale is the generally accepted thing, right?
Again,
right?
I never said that. That's Dan.
As far as voices go. But okay. So
I can't give my opinion.
Here's a video I think it came out about 2 years ago. It's been around. It's been floating around the internets for a while.
So it doesn't have the new guy in it?
It does not have Batfleck in it.
Okay.
But it's made by a YouTube channel called Bat Mashups, and it takes every actor that has played Batman and it plays the same scene over and over. It's a Michael Keaton Batman scene, and they play the same scene over and over again. But they
The one with the really squeaky voice where they was like, "Who are you?" That guy?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "What do you want from me?" I'm Batman. But yeah, it takes every voice actor, every actor from throughout the history of Batman, every actor or voice actor that's played him, and it dubs that over Michael Keaton. So you get to hear him say, "I'm Batman," like in all
cool.
of the different voices. And we'll play.
Does that sound like a video you guys want to see?
Yeah, well, let's play a clip of it right now. Take it away.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
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 Dude, I think it's crazy that Batman has been accepted as kind of like a goofy, like, I'm Batman, like sounds like a little like a dorky voice.
I think the Super Friends is my favorite one though, dude.
Yeah, but it's just Batman is such like a menacing figure, and him in Super Friends is not menacing at all.
Yeah.
It's more mincing than menacing. But and then you get to like the Christian Bale one where he's like, I'm fucking Batman, I'm gonna you up and insert things into your and stuff. Like he gets gnarly in that one, you
You're gonna have a
know?
lot of whoopsies on that
Yeah,
one,
there's
dude.
to be a couple whoopsies up in front of my mouth there. I dropped some bombs, some bat bombs.
But no, I feel you for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's a really cool video, and honestly, I don't know. I haven't heard enough from people like commenting on how Batman sounds
Give
in
us
this
some
new one.
feedback. What do you guys
Give us
think
some
about
feedback,
the,
or
the
just talk with
trailer?
your friends about it. You know, go to the bar and start up a conversation with strangers about Batman's voice.
Mention the D-Lod show. Be
Sure,
like, hey dude,
do
did
that.
you catch this week's episode?
Do we want to hit up that new segment right now, though?
Let's hit up that new segment.
So let's get to it. I'm just gonna let it speak for itself, man. This is the Tech Minute with the dudes from Silly Valley.
Check out our new Tech Minute. Boom.
Thanks, y'all. I'm Will Cole.
And I'm Scott McKinney.
And coming up is some exciting news from here in Silicon Valley.
Most of it is true. Recently, Russian hackers broke into President Obama's personal email account. And now the Kremlin is busy scrambling to try to make sense of what appear to be covert U.S. financial relations with Nigerian royalty.
In other news, CNN reports that the Japanese are inventing realistic talking robots that aren't for sex.
Stanford and Carnegie Mellon have created technology that predicts car accidents by analyzing the driver's face. The developers are banking on the fact that you turn into Macaulay Culkin before a crash. And drivers should also be aware of triggering false alarms when listening to Queen.
Secret. The app that lets you post anonymous and often scandalous secrets just threw in the towel and returned all of their money to their investors. But if you ask me, the real secret is how they raised $35 million without a business model.
And we'll stop there.
Well, that was fun. For more tech news, check us out on facebook.com/sillyvalley.
And now back to you for Dizzy Doom's Comic Boom.
That is a cool segment. But here we are at Dizzy Doom's Comic Boom.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we are indeed.
And back at our, what is it, mothership? Would this be our
Yeah,
mothership?
it's our mothership for sure.
Yeah, Meltdown Comics.
The Meltdown
And
Mothership.
Collectibles.
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 Narcoleptibles.
Narcoleptibles.
Collectibles that make you want to sleep a lot. Narcoleptibles. Don't don't
oh.
do that now. We're on camera, buddy.
Sorry.
Um,
Yeah, so we got some sweet books to go over.
you want me to
and-
kick her off?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
All
kick her
right,
off.
so I got this little piece of work right here. New Praetorians. It is.
I'm
It's
glad
like
you got the hard name this week.
Praetorians. I could have coached you through that.
Okay, never mind.
So this has a lot of elements of things that I think are awesome. It's got like a spy thrilleriness to it. It's very
Nice, dude.
punchy in the dialogue. It's got kind of like a noir style. It's,
Dude, that artwork is already like
yeah,
totally
it's awesome.
sticking me up.
So there is like the main character it has like implants that give her like superpower-ish kind of things, and there's a bunch of other like the other entities, the bad guys, and I mean it's totally gray area on the bad guys term. They're trying to get access to or find out more about
are they like the
these
government
implants.
or are they
yeah,
like
the government's involved.
Nice.
There's like Russian mafia-esque kind of governments involved.
Nice,
too.
dude, nice.
Nice, dude, nice. And it's really interesting. And dude, you know me. I say
Yeah.
this every week. I'm all about the art, and the art in this book is just rad. So, it almost has. I've been watching a lot of Archer recently, and it has a little bit of an archery feel to it in like how the characters are
Interesting.
drawn, but it looks way prettier than Archer because I don't necessarily like how Archer looks. But this like vaguely reminds me of it if Archer was like animated well.
Okay.
Which I think Archer has a lot of great things about it, but the animation and the art is not one of them in my opinion. I just don't like how I don't like how people move in that show.
That's all good, dude.
Yeah, but anyways, this is a beautiful book. It's really interesting. It's one of those ones where you're kind of thrust into this world and you're like, what the hell is going on? Like and you immediately want to know more about like what do these implants mean? How did she get them? And she's like looking for her sister, and you're like, why did her sister get taken away? Like, what's going on there?
Crazy, dude.
It's really good. It's really interesting, and I highly recommend New Praetorians.
Cool.
So,
Awesome. Whoa.
As I throw it to the side
Sick.
accidentally. What do you got?
Dude, so I got the one that Dan didn't want to do because he didn't want to say this on the air, but I got Space Negro.
Dude!
The Last Negro. So.
You're just dropping N-bombs? Or is Negro's
good.
cool?
Yeah, dude.
No, it's not cool
called-
for me to say it.
it's
Rewind.
cool.
I didn't
Yeah.
say that.
SpacemanDead.com. Check it out. Dude,
All
I'm
right.
trying to talk about my comic book right
Okay,
now.
I'm sorry,
You're
I'm
being,
sorry.
like, very selfish.
I'm being very
Gosh, dude.
culturally sensitive, bro.
Yeah, so this is created by Jared Sams. Beautiful, beautiful book, and it takes place in this like kind of I don't know, like I wouldn't call it necessarily our galaxy. I think it's a little too fantastic to be like our galaxy, but it's pretty awesome, man. It's kind of like space cowboy saga comedy, but the action's super super rad. For anybody who watched like Samurai Jack or I'm trying to think.
It's like Boondocks meets Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it is actually. Boom, dude, you just hit it. So yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice.
It's pretty rad. It's a Supernova Watkins is the main character, and
That's a badass name, dude.
yeah, dude, he's pretty sick, and yeah, he's just this dude, this cowboy dude. He's like looking for this magical comb, that
Magical comb?
yeah, for his hair,
Like a hair pick?
Yeah.
Dude.
and there's like
Dude, I love this book.
some gnarly creatures that get after him, and it's the coolest thing about this book though. Is that pretty much the whole thing is a rap, like a poem.
Oh, whoa.
It's all like in hip hop kind of form. So
That's
you could
real
probably
tight.
put a beat behind it and like read the comic book.
You know what?
probably
I
have a
bet
really good
the
time.
author of this already has somebody that does that. 'Cause
Really?
I bet you, dude. Because if it's set up in such a way that that's like how it's read, then I'm sure
Yeah.
like or a fan has already done that. They had
I'm
to have
sure,
because
dude.
that's awesome.
It's pretty sweet, man. So go check it out. Space Negro, The Last Negro, the saga of Supernova Watkins.
That is
Check it out.
super rad, dude.
Very cool stuff.
I want to read that one as soon as this camera turns off. Okay?
You got it.
Deal?
You
You
have my
didn't call
permission.
dibs, but I'm not going to read it out loud because I'm very culturally sensitive, people. Dude, what was that? All right, last one, guys. Last one. This is, I'll call this our wild card of the day. This one is called After You
Hold
Die.
on. I gotta say something. I gotta interrupt. Every single episode, like he always tries to like fit one more comic book in there, and
I know,
I get where
'cause
he's coming from. And I don't want to sound like I'm like the Nazi.
no, Dan.
Oh, yeah, but
Just
but
one comic for you.
I feel like we do a better job if we read too. But it's just
Not
funny
today,
'cause
bro.
But today he won me over because he has a really good
Yeah.
one. It's a
This one
really
is awesome, man.
interesting,
Thank
really
you.
funny.
Thank you, Josh, at Meltdown
Thank you,
Comics,
Josh.
wherever you are, for showing us this one. After You Die, no religious agenda, subtext there on the bottom. it basically illustrates all the different possibilities that could happen to you after you die. So I'll just go through a couple.
And like Dan just said, really great artwork. That's what really drew him.
Actually, this artwork is amazing. We'll show.
Looks like Katamari.
It's kind of colorful like Katamari.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. As I was coming out of my mouth, I was like, wait, is it like? No.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, I'm just going to read the introduction because it's awesome. The good news, if you're reading this, then you're alive. Congratulations. The bad news, this is only temporary. You're going to die. It could be today. It could be in 100 years. That part will be a surprise. Don't feel bad about it, though. Everyone dies. I don't claim to know what happens after you die. The following illustrations are just models that I like to entertain. So, and then we get into it. And there's just pages upon pages upon pages of different possibilities. The first one, Oblivion, like just nothingness, eternal nothingness, and they're done in a hilarious way, and heaven. There's pizza and there's ice cream and there's a hot babe with rainbow wings and a harp.
Hot babies.
I'll be showing. Oh hell sucks. According to this, hell looks pretty awful.
I mean,
yeah, having your thighs and midsection ripped off aren't too bad.
Oh, that just kind of sucks. Yeah,
getting pulverized by spiky tentacles.
Oh, get away from that one. What's the next one?
Hell sucks. Hell's a rough time for all. And then Purgatory.
Oh, so
I'm very tempted just to go through each one of these on camera, but no, I'll show some clips of this. Oh my god, it's so good.
Dimension Shift.
Dimension Shift.
Nice.
Yeah. Huh? Like you don't know? Huh? Just some wacky astral plane stuff. Yeah, dude. So this one is amazing. This is like one you keep on your coffee.
Genius, dude.
You keep this on your coffee table, and like people that come over for like a fancy dinner
that
party.
Sounds like a really good discussion.
It's like a conversation piece, and it's like, it's just this is one that you want to like have around. Like a lot of comic books, like your random buddy that just stops by your house.
They're not
going to
be reading New Praetorians.
Yeah, they're not going to pick up New Praetorians.
They should.
They should. But it's not one
they're
that
not gonna.
It's not one you can just sit down with for like a minute and a half.
They ain't gonna, Dan. They just ain't gonna.
They ain't gonna.
They ain't gonna.
Let's get to our interview, though,
Let's
dude.
get to our interview.
But seriously, go read After You Die, New Praetorians, and Space N-Word.
Boom. Commander Echo's guest of
I'm pretty sure that's what his name.
honor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he's called. Commander Echo, guest of honor.
Commander Echo's guest of honor.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Our guest has arrived.
What's up, everybody? We are here with Commander Echo's guest of honor, Joe, Mr. Hahn.
Are we allowed to call you Joe?
Can we call you Joe?
Are we that familiar
Or
yet?
we can bleep it out.
You can call me Joe.
I can't call you Joe?
No, you can call
Sorry.
You got to earn
Mr.
it, man.
Hahn. Thank you.
I didn't say you could call me that either.
It's all good, man. It's all good. How you doing, dude?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I was here buying some books and I met you and yeah, you guys wanted me to do this thing, so
Yeah,
I'm
this
here.
is. Should we describe how this happened?
Dude, let's describe how it happened.
Okay,
Go
we
ahead.
had a guest lined up, and that guy, it's like an hour and 45 minutes after the time he was supposed to show up. And then Gabe spotted you, and he was like, "Oh my God, let's get him on instead. That's like better than our original guest anyway." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do that." So you agreed to do it, and here we are. We're sitting here.
Yeah.
Here we are. It's
What-
magical.
What were you picking up today?
So far, Original Sin, the graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy individual books so much anymore because it's hard for me to really keep up.
Yeah.
So I find out about stuff way after the fact, but it's okay because I can binge read everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was getting that and then getting caught up on 0 Year, Batman.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I noticed first. Well,
Yeah.
Actually, wait.
Like,
that
oh, he's
sounded,
got good
that
taste.
sounded kind of lame.
I saw you from across the comic book store.
Yeah, I saw you from across the comic book store.
Yeah.
We just made eye contact.
Time just slowed down.
But yeah, I was like, dude, that guy's reading Batman. And I looked up and I was like, nice, Joe. Can I call you Joe now?
No.
We're like 5 minutes in.
I can call him Joe.
what do you
still.
Dang it. All right.
He's
reading
almost
Batman.
there. You work up to it.
But and I showed him my sweet ink going on.
Oh yeah.
But
So
yeah.
what's explain that? What is
So
it?
okay, so I always wanted a Batman tattoo, but I didn't want to
Yeah.
didn't want to be one of those dudes that just got like, the bat symbol. So
We all know those dudes. Yeah.
yeah, we all. Anyways, so I got Batman, and this is done by Garrett Newby at Demora Inc. By the way, shout out to Garrett Newby, he does amazing stuff. And there's Batman standing in front of a stained glass window, and he has three of his allies on this side. So it's Batgirl, Robin, and Alfred. And then on this side, I believe
just twist
it's
your bicep around.
It's like I can't remember the order, but it's Red Hood.
Yeah, I see a bunch of little hairs. And,
yeah, you got some hairs
pubes back
tattooed
there.
into the bottom of your arm. Beautiful.
Little
that's
pube
cool.
hair.
Yeah.
And so then 3 of the villains like on that side.
Oh,
So-
nice. That's cool.
Then I got the Man of Steel, which is a work in progress on this
cool.
side.
Nice. I like
but,
it.
Batman
yeah,
or
so-
Superman, Joe?
Batman.
Right.
Batman.
Right.
You know,
It's okay.
Right.
Superman's
why I'm
awesome,
allowed to call him Joe.
iconic. You know, like definitely the George Washington of the comic universe. But
Yeah.
Dude.
I don't know. The movies are kind of boring, and
Okay.
there's not. He's too strong.
Yeah.
What's so did you not like Man of Steel, the last one?
I liked it.
Yeah.
You know, because I felt like I was playing a video game.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it was
Dude,
cool.
That's a pretty good actually explanation.
But you know, I thought it could be better. But when I was thinking about it, there's not a lot to work with. The story. I mean, the story's great and it's really simple. But if you see any Superman film, it's like the same film over same story over and over, and you know.
Yeah.
So, but this one, he was even more conflicted with,
yeah.
with who he truly is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like not trusting,
Yeah.
the world and whatnot, and so. But and for those of you who don't know, you are a pretty big comic book fan.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think most people already know that, but for those who don't, and do you have anything going on that we can talk about that's coming out soon or anything like
comic
that?
wise?
Yeah, or like anything. You got any cool news that you're doing?
You know, I've always wanted to work on comics, but never got around to it. I have a film that came out last month, which I did with Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Kingpin in Daredevil. That's kind of cool. Which I really loved watching it. I thought
Where
it
can
was
people
really
check that out
good.
at?
the Daredevil.
film.
The film.
Oh, my film. My film. It's on iTunes, Amazon, Netflix.
Nice.
Pretty much anywhere you can watch digital films. It's called Mall.
Nice.
It's based off a Eric Bogosian novel.
And it's MAWL, right?
MALL, like like the shopping mall.
Okay.
We shot it at the Eagle Rock Plaza.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool, man.
Yeah.
What's like your short summary version? Don't give anything away.
It's
But
it's a story of a young man and his day in the life of, and it takes a glimpse into different people's lives. Kind of like Drive or not Drive. I don't know. What's that?
Crash?
Crash.
Yeah,
Crash.
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, my pitch is like totally old now. And like everyone's just kind of fucked up, and it's through the perspective of this guy, and he has to grow up really fast and decide what's the right thing to do and what the wrong thing to do. And there's a piece of everyone that is kind of part of him. Somewhere in the middle, he takes some acid, which helps.
Love a good acid
I love that
scene.
segue,
Yeah,
dude.
it helps enlighten his experience.
If you didn't already
So-
want to see it, there's a dope acid scene in it.
Yeah, so he through all the darkness in the dark scenarios in the film, he has to figure out his way to see what's positive in life.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We were talking
read.
about that on the way up here.
Yeah.
Without the acid, though.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
That's sick, man.
You mentioned games. What do you play, if anything?
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah.
I'm just curious.
When Halo 1 came out,
Dude.
I was all about that.
Nugs all around.
That's when
on Halo.
we were traveling on the bus.
Game changer, though, for sure, dude. Halo
Yeah.
1 was just...
Literally.
If they had competitions, I think that myself and the band, some guys in the band, would have been ranked definitely in the top 10 in the world.
Wow.
Like, that's how much time you spent. Like, I mean, you're on a tour bus for a long, long period of time.
Yeah, because we challenged
What
people.
better to pass it with, yeah.
Even like people from Microsoft.
Yeah.
Like from Bungie at the time.
You're just clowning them?
And we're like, yeah, we'll play. And then they're like,
all casual.
They
Yeah,
come in, they're like,
play.
oh, I just got my ass handed to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty...
And any other band that's challenged us, we took them down. But that was Halo 1. And
Yeah.
today's a whole different,
Yeah.
like...
What other bands did you take down, if you remember?
Oh, come on.
Just for, like, street cred, you
dude.
know? Yeah.
Street cred.
Dish.
I forget. Oh, shit. I remember one of them was Story of the Year. Another one was...
That makes me so happy.
Another band that we toured with I'm totally spacing. Oh shoot. I think it was like Taking Back Sunday or something like that. I'm not sure. It was such a long time ago.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
That's totally
Yeah,
fine.
that was literally like
Yeah.
12, 13 years ago or something when those
Yeah.
games came out.
Yeah.
I can't picture them being good at Halo. Actually,
No.
so-
Yeah, holding their game pads upside down and stuff.
But heck yeah, dude. Mega props. What are you playing right now, there?
But now I don't play so much because the wife and kid make it
Mm-hmm.
little tough.
And I imagine you're incredibly busy with just career stuff.
Yeah, I mean I play WSOP poker on my phone.
There you go.
Some Clash of Clans.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Very cool.
which is I guess it's technically a game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more of like a time killer. And then I play this app called Elevate. It's supposed to improve my cognitive function.
Okay.
So they're little games that you get a score on, and
Is it helping at all? You're able to remember
don't know.
bands you played Halo against way back in the day?
yeah, apparently it's not working. The memory portion's not working.
You play any handheld stuff besides like your phone, obviously?
No, but I don't know. I'm kind of into like this VR stuff that's going on
Yes.
right now.
Dude, have you seen?
Yes.
Have you messed with the Oculus at all yet?
Yeah.
Because
I've been chomping at the bit.
Dude,
to
we're gonna
play-
get
to
we're
use
gonna
the
do an
Oculus.
Oculus episode in a couple weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy has like one of the prototypes for it.
Oh,
so
okay.
we're gonna go to his house and do like a whole like episode with it and stuff. But
Oh, okay, cool.
I've never touched
it's
it.
so
and I'm
cool.
like,
have you been inside yet?
Yeah.
It's a trip.
I
dude.
tried most of them out. Yeah.
Which ones did you do? Did you do like the Evolution one or the Evolve one where you like you're like walking on the lake and then like the train?
Oh, you mean the
run-
Oculus games?
Or like the experiences? They call them like experiences.
Yeah,
or
I
whatever.
haven't played any like the newer stuff.
Yeah.
I remember when it first came out, I was just like, oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah.
The experiences actually, I mean, as a gamer, I love the game portion, but the experiences trip me out way more than the games so far, just because
Yeah.
I feel like they spend more time on the graphics and everything. But
Yeah.
It's easier to do that.
yeah,
You don't have to
the
worry about
Evolve
the
experience
mechanics
is
and
a
stuff.
trip, man. I mean, like you're walking on water. You get run over by this train and it like knocks you into like this alternate like universe and you're just like floating around through space.
Yeah.
And there's like stars.
Rad.
And then you end up like everything goes dark and you start hearing like a heartbeat and stuff and you're inside of like a womb and you see like the birth of like
Oh, God,
a
dude.
baby being born. No, like not born, but
That sounds
being
horrible.
Created.
Yeah, I want to see like placenta and stuff.
Yeah.
You're not like no,
That
I guess
sounds gnarly.
not birth, but like the creation of like a
All
child.
right.
Yeah.
So it's more abstract than like
Yeah,
you got,
and like
an
the baby,
umbilical
like
cord and you're
you like see the
"What?"
baby's eyes, like it opens, and it's like it's a trip, dude. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
But,
like
Speaking of acid, yeah.
it's like a lesson in like safe sex kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like on the inside.
I think it's gonna be part of Common Core next year, actually.
Avoid this.
So, but yeah, so like how have like comic books or video games like inspired like what you do? I mean, obviously, again, I told you before the interview I wasn't gonna nerd out on you or anything, but as a
I
huge
can't help
fan, I can't help it, dude. It's Mr. Hahn. As a huge fan, I mean, you have just so many iconic sounds, like synth sounds, like and very strong like anime references, and I guess I feel comfortable like around your music because I get it. You know, I get like I get the visuals, I get the concepts, I get the way the songs dip in and out. You know, and so how has that like? When did you get into that? Like what age? Like I know it's
what,
kind of a
music
loaded
or-
or like anime, comic books, like all that stuff. That might be a
dude,
loaded question.
I was
but-
born that way, man.
Yeah.
No.
Lady
Let's
Gaga
see.
got that. Steve.
I remember picking up like Secret Wars because I love that. I don't know which one it was, but it was that cover of the Hulk holding the boulder, and then all the other superheroes were there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, something about that cover
Is that
really.
right before he gets banished, right, or something like that?
I don't even remember the story. I just
I think he gets like banished or something, like a couple
Okay.
issues after that, because he freaks out and they like have to.
He would.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
He does a lot of freaking out.
But
too much smashing.
yeah, Hulk smash.
Smash.
Yeah, so I remember that image really like stood out, and I was like, oh, I gotta have that. So I think that was like maybe one of the first comics I bought, and then I got into like Punisher and you know all that kind of stuff around that time, and then of course Image eventually came into the fold, and then that's when it was huge. So I think during that whole time period, I was into comics, and I think just the idea of escapism, like you just kind of like zone out and get into these stories. And you know, when you're young, you don't really understand intellectually all the emotion of what's going on, but it speaks to you, right? Kind of like the way you're describing the music and sounds. And then I think it touches on a lot of different things, like great art and storytelling and just all sorts of stuff, and the emotional connections. And I think I just kind of started focusing on that stuff. And then I think around that time anime got really cool. With like, there was
Did you watch it before it was cool?
It was always cool. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like,
that's a good answer.
No, there's a thing. And I'm sure I'm sure you know this. Like, I was watching it. I was watching it before any of my friends were watching it, and I had to hide it. You had to hide it because like some people are like, "What?"
They thought it was some weird like sexual thing, and you're like, "Nah, dude."
No,
how old are you?
How am I right now?
Yeah,
27.
27. Okay, so you probably had to hide it because around that time Sailor Moon was out, right?
Honestly,
because there was no Sailor Moon before that.
And Hello Kitty too.
Yeah, Hello Kitty. Yeah.
So which I actually like that stuff. So
I'm down.
But I didn't have to hide it because I was already hidden.
That's cool.
No,
I was anime. No, like I was into. I think the first, like, okay, so I can't remember the first time I saw anime, but the very first time I knew I was falling in love with anime was Vampire Hunter D. I watched Vampire Hunter D, dude, and I was just like, this is it. I was like, this is like, I can bank on this. Like, I'm good with this. And then the second one I saw was Akira.
Akira's great.
Akira was really cool. Man,
for me, it was like, I was into this anime. But I didn't really recognize it as anime. It was just like because it was on TV. It was
a cartoon.
It was Robotech.
Robotech,
Macross.
dude.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was just such a unique story to be told as a animation. It was so cool, and then nothing since then has really come out. And then
Robotech was rad. I always wanted them to make an anime out of Armored Core. Remember Armored Core for PlayStation? Yeah, dude. I always wanted them to make an Armored Core.
You should make it.
Me?
Yeah.
We'll try. I'll write up a script.
I saw that thing that some guy just like he wanted to see Star Wars as anime, and so he just made it.
I saw that.
Oh
I saw that.
No, that thing
Isn't it like
really
it's like a 20-minute video, right? It's like a
it's pretty long.
Yeah. That's
cool
sick,
though.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I forget. Like you said, anime became cool at some point, and then I didn't have to hide it anymore. And I forget when that was.
Did it really become cool?
It's pretty.
I mean, like every kid at my school was watching Pokemon at a certain point, but again, we didn't identify that as anime. I
didn't really like Pokemon. I mean, I watched a couple episodes and it was cool, but like I was like, when are they gonna start killing each other?
How come these monsters don't die?
How come no one's getting naked? I was like, wait, what's going on? This isn't anime. But
that's level 2.
Yeah.
Like, you need your clearance card for that, dude.
Go behind the curtain.
But I don't know. There's like this weird point where, like Kevin Smith always says, he's like, yeah, back in the day you couldn't go to like Comic-Con and get, action. Like now you can go to Comic-Con and like
meet some hotties.
Oh, really?
You can.
Mr. Hahn's like, I've never had that problem. But yeah, so I don't know. It's weird, dude. Like the whole like there's still these like bubbles of people that I mean it's almost now it's like nerds fight over what's cooler. Like you got like the Walking Dead nerds and like nothing else is cool. Like,
and there's people that like look down on the people that like stuff like Cowboy Bebop because it's like so accessible and like westernized.
Man.
But it's really good, but it's like come on, dude, just let us enjoy this like media. It's good. Yeah.
What's your favorite anime right now?
Or overall.
Or
give us like a couple
right
that
now,
you really like.
Nothing too exciting. I guess like Attack on Titan was cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did you see the trailer for the movie?
The live action one?
I think it was the same thing as the Subaru commercial they did.
Wait, what?
There was like I think it was
that is awesome.
There was a commercial they did for a car company. I thought it was Subaru, but it's the car moving around and the giants coming out.
That's
I think they use the same.
So it's not actually a trailer?
No, it's a trailer, but they use like what was used for that as a thing.
Okay,
that's a trip.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna hate. It's cool.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah,
we don't know yet.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm ready. That was a pretty.
They should have like Hollywood do it though, because
Yeah.
they'll like drop some serious coin and
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Or
mean-
just give us season 2 of Attack on Titan. More importantly than anything.
getting
Yeah.
getting back to like the musical aspect. Attack on Titan was definitely one of those animes where they tugged on your heartstrings.
Oh my god.
Hardcore, man.
Almost,
I mean, like
almost in a manipulative way that was like, man, come on, show. Just
Yeah.
like
it's too much though.
It was.
because I want to get like there's a certain pacing I want to have, and I guess it's cheaper production wise to just sit on these faces that are just like
my mom got her head bit off.
yeah, it's like I'm so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like okay, like that's life in these circumstances, but every show has that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the worst is one of my favorites, but one of my most hated ones. I don't know if I should say it because I'm gonna get hated on.
No, say it. We'll bleep it out if you want us to.
Just silence. when he's doing it.
Evangelion,
Dude, that's one of the
right?
first animes.
It's
I
like the coolest looking like battles and like the setup is dope. And then you get to the kid, he's like, "Oh, my daddy doesn't like me." It's like, okay, I get it, but like, come on,
give
like,
us a taste of that, and then
let's
give
get
us-
over it at
yeah.
some point, like, or
See some
or
more
we know
action.
that's going on. Let's get to the fights.
Dude,
Or-
yeah.
Evangelion.
Whoa, how do you pronounce it?
Evangelion.
Is that?
oh, it's French.
It's French.
Wow. Okay.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
like one of my. That's like
That's like
if I'm
OG
ever getting
pronunciation.
anime.
That's
I have
like,
a
uh,
bunch of comic books something like. But if I'm ever getting anime tattoos, that's probably like one of.
That's in my top.
Ones.
Top
If
three for sure.
if Brad Pitt married an anime, that's what that would be.
Oh, dude, right here, brother.
Oh,
he knucks a lot.
all right, yeah.
He does
I
a
knucks
lot
a
of
lot,
knucking.
The worse the joke, the harder the knock. No.
No, you should see our handshake, dude. Like, look at this.
We gotta. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's like hang loose, and
It's
then you gotta
adorable.
wave.
Yeah.
So-
That's cute.
Our
Please
last.
don't leave. Please don't get up and leave. He's like, I'm out of here, losers. No. Okay, so obviously you had to have seen Pacific Rim because that
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah.
obviously
Yeah, yeah.
Guillermo's, homage to
Yeah,
Evangelion.
yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Man, I did
Have you
not
seen
know
Pacific
any-
Rim?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And I can
Um,
totally see the connection now that you say it.
It's Evangelion. Way better. Like, I
Of
mean,
course, yeah.
way.
But the robots are
far.
cooler in Evangelion.
Yeah. Is that because we can see them though in live action? Because that's what I was thinking. Like I don't know. I felt like the robots
It's
were
better
way
design.
cooler in Pacific Rim
Yeah.
for sure.
Really?
No, in Pacific Rim.
You like Pacific Rim better?
No, like not the movie,
robots
but like.
looked
You
cooler.
like the treadmill thing, like?
Oh no, like syncing up. No, I meant like just like the water
Or
dripping
not
off
treadmill,
and
the
like
Stairmaster.
the
Yeah,
stairmaster,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the brain
the
syncing up.
Nordic track, yeah.
Like I guess just how like the condensation like looks and how like real like
Yeah.
he made those robots like just you felt like because I saw it in IMAX so, like every
Mm-hmm.
time they'd step it was like like
Yeah.
I don't know and I guess you just don't get that from an
Well,
anime,
let's
but
watch Evangelion in IMAX.
We do. I mean there's
No, I mean,
there's
but,
beef I
but
have
if
with both.
if they made Evangelion in live action, that would be kind of.
That'd be rad.
Dude,
There's
that
a
would blow
lot.
my
There's a lot
mind.
to smash into one movie, though.
I
right
would
there.
like do whatever I could do to be a part of that movie somehow.
Well, make it happen,
man,
dude,
I would
right?
freak out. Yeah, that'd
do
be
it.
so sick.
Do it.
Yeah. What's holding you back, man?
Mr. Hahn says I can do it, fools.
Do
So
it.
let's do it. So
Dude,
So-
there's a lot of stuff going on here.
There really is. It's
yeah, we
very,
got a
very
show
distracting.
shooting later
Oh,
in
cool.
the meltdown.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. That makes sense.
and then there's like a other thing that I guess legally we can't say. But Dan was
some,
a part of
some
earlier.
undisclosed phone making company.
It had something to do with Avengers. Avengers doing this thing, and Dan was doing this thing with them earlier. But
It was kind of weird.
but she said we can't talk about it or something.
I guess not.
Or
So we
mention-
should probably stop because this
Okay.
is like really, really bad video right here.
But yeah, there's a lot going on today. So
So I was
nice.
curious, when did the music stuff start for you, and like what was your gateway into it?
When I was a kid, I played like violin, like every other Korean kid, and then I got into guitar a little bit, but I was never good at any instruments.
Yeah.
I just liked it, and I always loved music, like you guys. I'm sure loved music growing up, and then in high school, the DJing thing kind of sparked an interest, and I saved enough money to get some turntables and a mixer, and try to teach myself how to mix. When I went to college, I went to Art Center because I wanted to be an artist, inspired by comic books. And that's where I met Mike, who's in the band as well. Yeah, so we were classmates. And then at some point, like I knew he was working on music, and he was really good. He was doing a lot of hip hop beats and stuff. And then he had this one little thing he did which was 3 songs on a tape that he did with a friend that he grew up with. And at some point, like some people in the industry heard it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we want to come see the band." But there was no band. It was just like those 2 guys on a 4-track recorder. So that's when the idea of kind of putting a band together to play those songs came together. And that's when the band started, because we learned those songs, and then all together we started making music together.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys, and I'm sure this is going to be a stupid question. I live in San Diego.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Because we're going to steal their football team.
Oh, yeah. Be sorry for that, but
I don't really.
Actually, I don't want the football team though.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
I
great
don't
football
really-
team, but
I'm not.
I don't
super care about
There's
sports.
too much traffic here already.
Yeah. That's true.
that'd be rough.
I think we're getting 2 football teams.
I think you're the Raiders too, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
Raiders.
just take 'em all,
They
man.
used to be the LA Raiders. I think now they're the Oakland Raiders.
Oakland, yeah.
Stick-
No, they
take
used to
the
be the
Rams back, dude.
Oakland Raiders, and they
You
were
can
the
have
LA
the
Raiders,
Rams.
and then back to Oakland.
Oh, okay. This just became sports webcast.
Yeah. Something we know a lot about.
But do you remember playing at a venue right on the beach in San Diego? It was called Canes at the time.
Oh
And
yeah,
there's a big
kind of.
window.
Yeah.
Good old Kane.
Remember
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
there?
yeah.
I was not 21, obviously, and I was outside in the sand watching, like through the big window, watching you guys play.
Oh, cool.
Like forever ago.
Oh, you think that's heartwarming?
Okay.
That was really early.
Are you gonna outdo me right now?
I'm gonna
I
try.
actually know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Go for it.
The
He's got it.
first concert I ever went to, I was 12 years old, and there was a new kid in school, and he was like didn't have any friends, and I befriended him, and he was like, "It's my birthday. Do you want to go to a concert, Dan?" I was like, "Sure." And the concert was Cypress Hill, Linkin Park headlining.
Oh.
And that was my
nice.
first concert ever. That was at Cox
And you went
Arena.
home and you're like scared, right? You're like, I never.
No, I
was.
was stoked.
We were-
I was like,
we were
people were smoking weed there. Like,
Yeah.
everyone was having fun.
A lot of that
I was
going on.
12 years old. Yeah. No, it was
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Cox Arena it's like in the San Diego State University
Oh yeah,
campus
yeah.
area.
Okay.
It's like a semi-big like arena thingy.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was
All right,
rad.
dude. That is.
Yeah.
Rad. You got another one? You gonna top that?
No, I got. Yeah.
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 One time? No.
Like Canes, yeah. That's like a hole in the wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't
sadly.
exist anymore.
Oh.
There's a lot of good
yeah.
shows
It
there.
burned. It burned down.
Did it?
Oh, someone
There was
wanted
some
their
illegal
insurance money. Right?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
some weird shady
They were just
stuff
like,
as
we'll
well.
never do better than this show, and you showed up, and they're like, let's just burn it down, dude.
Yeah,
We'll never top that.
I also met Jason Mraz there one time before, because he's from San Diego.
All right, name dropper.
Before, whatever, dude. Super nice guy though, because like I was turning
Yeah.
in tickets for my band that I was in at the time. I was like turning, doing the whole pre-sale
Yeah.
thing. That sucked. Anyways, turning in tickets
We did that too.
back in those days. Did
yeah,
you?
Yeah.
That makes me feel so much better.
Had the
but
whiskey and all that. Yeah.
Those days sucked, man. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad I'm
It's not all glitz and glamour, ladies and
done
gentlemen.
with that. But anyways, dude, yeah, do it. You got to do it. Bands, they're just like starting off. But anyways, I was turning in pre-sale tickets, and Jason Mraz was outside, and we're just like hanging out, and he was like super high, just like high off his rocker, and he was handing out like burned CDs, like burned copies of his CD. And I
in the
took a
day.
copy, and I took a copy, and he's like, I was like, dude, what's up? Like, you should come to my show tomorrow night. I can get you in and stuff. And he's like, dude, I'm gonna be in England, bro. And I was just like, oh, that's all right. He's like, yeah, dude, I just got signed, man. Like, I'm going to England, but dude, I would so come to your show, man. It sounds like a really good time. He's like the sweetest dude. I was just like, what's up? I had no idea who he was.
Yeah,
and then it was like a year or two later, I heard like this, like the demo.
You finally
like,
listened
the
to that CD he
finalized-
gave you?
Well, I listened to it, but it was like the finalized version of that song. But
Oh yeah.
anyways,
Saw that on eBay.
Yeah,
I
do you
should,
still
dude.
have it?
It says
$20
Mraz on
man.
it. $20?
Probably.
Yeah,
At least.
I'll try. I feel like that's illegal though. Put it on Napster or
probably.
something.
Yeah,
But
put it
yeah,
on
dude.
Napster. That still exists.
So what do you
for
got?
sure.
What do you got coming up soon with the band? You guys working on anything right now, or?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Keep.
We're going on tour.
Secretive.
We got Rock in Rio coming up next week
Nice.
in Vegas.
You guys filming it? You gonna make a DVD out of it, or?
Yeah, not DVD, but yeah, someone's
Blu-ray?
film. People don't make DVDs anymore.
Laserdisc, bro.
Yeah, Laserdisc.
Straight to Laserdisc.
You make it
Yeah.
put it on VHS.
I don't even have a
dude?
DVD player. Actually, I do. It's called the PlayStation 4. And then yeah, so we're doing the States, doing all the festivals in May.
Sick.
And then we got China coming up in July, and then we got some Europe stuff coming up after that,
Awesome, dude.
and a bunch of weird, crazy stuff.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
Sick, man. He's gonna tell us off camera, and if you beg us, maybe we'll
We'll tell you
share.
some about that weird, crazy
Maybe.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So, well, thank you so much, man.
Oh,
Do
thank
have any
you.
more questions?
I'm just blown away that we got him to sit down with us.
Yeah, I
So
really
I'm
appreciate it.
stoked.
It's a cool story, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're in here just buying some comic books, and
Yeah.
but
Stars aligned today.
stars align
Yeah, it's
today,
cool.
for sure. So,
Thank
Stars
you, Joe.
are bright.
See, I get to call him Joe.
whatever,
Thank you,
dude.
Joe. That was
I was gonna
awesome.
take a selfie later.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Hahn,
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
Keep it respectful.
Oh,
you
can
so
I call
much.
you that? No.
you can call me Joe, dude. We're all Joes here, man. This
of
old
Joe.
Joe's floating on a big old rock, brother.
All right, let's end there.
It's in there.
Dude, that was rad.
That was
Are you stoked
stinking
on that?
cool. I'm super
This
stoked on that, man. I just met one of my
serendip-
heroes
Serendipity, dude.
on accident.
I
Like,
know. That's the
that
best way to
was-
meet a hero.
That was insane. So,
That was super rad. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Meltdown Comics, in which we are currently being,
yeah.
for letting us do this show and letting us post it on your YouTube channel and like all the help and everything. And Meltdown Comics rules.
Pretty awesome.
You can grab these guys, all of these beautiful comics we talked about today.
Oh, this beautiful comics.
These are up at Meltdown in LA. And thank you to Villainous Lair in San Diego for helping us out and letting us do our thing down there as well. And got any other things you want to say to people in the world and life in general?
Just keep being cool, man.
That's right.
Keep being cool, guys. Just, I don't know.
Keep
Thanks for
being
watching
cool,
our show.
guys.
I mean, I know we say that every episode. We always leave that
No,
after, like,
we're
thanks
like-
for watching our show. But really, seriously, thank you. We were looking at the analytics, and we're not going to, like, give numbers or anything, but you guys are, like, watching the whole
Yeah,
show.
you're
and
actually
it's-
watching it, and
it's-
thank you so much
it
for that.
makes us feel amazing. Like, I mean, I just kind of stayed away from that stuff for a while. Then Dan called me up, and he was telling me about
I was like, yo, dude,
how
people
long-
actually watch it.
Yeah, people are watching it.
Yeah.
It's a long show. It's a very long
It's
show.
a podcast.
So thank you so much.
It's a podcast.
And hit us up. Hit us up. Like,
Yeah.
talk to us. We're gonna do the whole Rockstar thing. So hit
Find us
us up.
on our Facebooks and our Twitters and all that. Battlecast Show if you want to listen to my podcast. D-Lod Core for his stuff.
Very
and,
cool stuff.
Thank you guys. Tell a friend. Tell a friend if you like what you're seeing here. That would help us out tremendously and can allow us to keep doing cool content for you. Like sitting down with
Mr. Hahn, dude.
Joe. Dude, I get to call him Joe.
Whatever.
The rest of my life, I'm going to be like, I'm on first name basis with him. All right. Thank you guys.
Peace out, guys.
This has been the Digital Lizards of Doom show live at Meltdown. Meltdown. Meltdown.